What's up, everyone? Welcome to another, as you can see, Classics Lounge. Tonight is the official night for Classics Lounge. It's Wednesday night, so thank you all for joining me for yet another episode. So get your drinks out and kick back and relax, because we're about to travel back in time. 15 years ago, 2003, on the original Xbox, we saw what a lot of people go as far as saying KOTOR. But it's really Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. So, it's by a little company of BioWare. Have you ever heard of them, Andrew? You never heard of BioWare?
No.
Really?
No.
Yeah. Well, Andrew has never heard of this game either. So she's in for a treat. Tonight we're going to play some Knights of the Old Republic. So if you didn't know, BioWare, they made a little game series known as Mass Effect and Dragon Age. So you're going to see a lot of elements that became perfected years later with those franchises, but really kind of, not necessarily started, but kind of laid the groundwork here with this game. So let's hop on over. And let's check this out. Andrea's taking the controls. She is going to start a new game here. We're going to see what she picks because she loves character customization. So this will probably be the entire episode. She does like to spend a little bit of time on customizing characters. So if you have any suggestions or feedback on what she should do,
I'll just do quick.
you'll just do quick. No. That's lame. Anyone out there ever played this game? Or quite the opposite, never heard of this game? And if you're in Facebook land, so far we haven't gotten kicked off of Facebook like we did before. So feel free to try to chat in there. We've had some issues with it. So if you do want to join in the chat, you don't see your little chat thing below popping up, hop on over to twitch.tv/doseofnerdacumen or youtube.com/doseofnerdacumen. But let's get started with the story, shall we? Are you excited? Are you excited? I'm excited. Andrew's not so excited. I got the eye rule. You want to narrate this? She said yes. Knights of the Old Republic. 4,000 years before the rise of the Galactic Empire, the Republic verges on collapse. Darth Malak, last surviving apprentice of the Dark Lord Revan, has unleashed an invincible Sith armada upon an unsuspecting galaxy. Crushing all resistance, Malak's war of conquest has left the Jedi Order scattered and vulnerable as countless knights fall in battle, and many more swear allegiance to the new Sith Master. In the skies above the Outer Rim world of Taris, a Jedi battle fleet engages the force of Darth Malak. I don't know how to pronounce that, so we're just making it up as we go. In a desperate effort to halt the Sith's galactic domination. So how's everyone doing out in Twitch land? I see y'all. What? Enjoying your Twix? Okay, yeah, Kit Kat. Whatever. It is whatever I say it is. Wrong way. We're gonna go that way. It's opposite. Same when you do it. Whatever. I'm done with you. I just keep getting stared at.
Yes, that seems like a very practical pajama set for outer space.
We've been
You don't
ambushed
know.
by a Sith battle fleet. The Endar Spire is under attack. Hurry up, we don't have much time. I'm Trask Ulgo, ensign with the Republic fleet. I'm your bunkmate here on the Endar Spire. We work opposite shifts. I guess that's why you haven't seen me before. Now hurry up. We have to find Bastila. We have to make sure she
That's
makes
why
it
you
off
haven't
the ship
seen me
alive.
before.
Bastila is the commanding officer on the Endar Spire. Well, not an officer.
Why does that look like
But she's the one in charge
John
of this
Cena
mission.
back in the day?
One of our primary duties is to guarantee her survival in the event of an enemy attack. You swore an oath just like everyone else on this mission. Now it's time to make good on that oath. I've heard all about your reputation. Elite combat training, tops in your class. It's no wonder you were handpicked for this mission. Word is the officers haven't seen a recruit with your kind of potential in 20 years. But all that potential doesn't mean a thing if you can't deliver when it counts. We're soldiers. We're trained for combat. Bastila is going to need men and women like us at her side during this attack. So hurry up and grab your gear.
I'm
You
so
need to suit
concerned.
up so we can get out of here. Use the right thumbstick to control the camera and the left thumbstick to move towards your footlocker. Press the A button to open your locker once it is targeted, or you can pull the left and right.
I always hated when they break out of like story dialogue to tell you about a thumbstick. What? I wish movies did that. Look at all those items you get. Fancy.
Come on, we have to hurry. The Sith might put your equipment on so we...
So, this was an unexpected week if you're joining us again here tonight of Star Wars. Or unplanned, I guess. The vote that you all decided upon for this week was this game, pretty much unanimously. Only a few of the 20 plus votes was for the game I played last night. So if you missed that stream, you can check out Star Wars Battlefront from 2004 on our YouTube channel right now. Definitely check that out. It was a fun playthrough, a really cool game to go back to. But the game that, like I said, that won the vote this week was the one that you're seeing right here. Which a lot of people still consider one of the best Star Wars games to date. I don't know if you, the viewer right now, feels that way. If you do, chat in. Man, these graphics. So Sarah's talking about the graphics. Yeah, it's a little rough. Looks like she's got a neck pillow stuffed down the back of her pants.
Because of the attack, this room is in lockdown. But don't worry, I've got the
Rob is trying to hop on Twitch, but he's having some issues. You shouldn't hop on, you should log in. I heard there were issues with Twitch earlier today too. So hopefully that's not the case still.
Press the black button now to switch me to the party
Black
leader.
button.
Then use me to open.
Yeah, there's black and white buttons on the original Xbox controller.
I remember that, but what's the black button?
I think it's your bumpers.
Now that the door is open, you better take the lead again.
They re-released the Duke, which is the giant original Xbox controller.
This is Carthel Nasty. The Sith are threatening to overrun our position.
I really wanted to get that to play these.
Long against their firepower. All hands to the bridge.
That was Karth contacting us on our portable communicators. He's one of the Republic's best pilots.
I
He's seen
already
more
hate
combat than the
talking
rest
to
of the Endar Spire's crew put together. If he says things are bad, you better believe it. We have to get to the bridge to help defend Bastila. There's a map of the Endar Spire and a copy of Karth's message in your electronic journal, just in case we get separated.
Why don't you like this guy?
Oh, I hate the guys that tell you how to play the game. Oh, shut up, bro. Let me play.
You don't like tutorials?
Beep, 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 beep.
Stop it.
That door is locked. Target the door using the thumbsticks, or use the directional pad to cycle through the action until
Seems so
security is
annoying.
highlighted. Then press the A button. Remember. Sith must be the advanced boarding party. For the
So
Republic.
Andrew, you've played pretty much all the Dragon Age and Mass Effect games, correct?
Yes.
Are you noticing any similarities at all to any of those games?
I mean, yeah.
Such as?
The dialogue? I've played like 10 minutes of the game, bro. Chill out.
You chill out.
Oops.
BRB.
I've got a feeling that won't be our last battle with the Sith. Good thing we have med packs to heal our wounds. It might be a good idea to use one now before our next battle.
Do I have duct tape in my bag so I can shut you the heck up, bro?
You might.
Oh. I'm supposed to use the med pack?
Yeah, before we're moving on.
Why? I only have a little bit of red gone. I'm not wasting a med pack, bro. Don't tell me my business. Let me guess, I have to switch to... No, I don't.
Enemy sighted.
Sure.
Engage. The combat though.
I'm not, I don't even hit a button. I just aim and she goes and punches people.
Yes.
That's dumb.
Wasn't that similar to Origins?
If it was, I don't remember it.
So I know that was kind of
Use an
stiff.
item like a med.
I don't want to talk to you.
First, use the black button. Notice the flash. Use the directional pad.
Shut up. Oh, I got another sword.
Yeah, you do get additional things
I
throughout the
already
game.
opened this one. Sure did. Combat suit. Yeah.
This game is also available on iOS and Android. Bet you didn't know that, Andrew.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So that's a fun fact. And I actually have this game on the iPad.
I got a gun now.
Look at you.
I'm gonna shoot some MFers. Like maybe Trask here because he's annoying the piss out of me.
I think you already went that way, didn't you?
Oh,
Okay.
did I?
I don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that was in my bedroom.
Because that's the beep beep.
Just checking the area. No
Oop.
big deal. Go this way. We get into a big battle and I don't even get to fight? Why do they look like Terminators?
Just the action is so slow.
Yeah, like I could just get to sit here and watch them? Like,
Pretty much. Are you not firing?
no, I don't fire. I just engage combat mode and she shoots whenever she decides to shoot. That's what I'm talking about. I just have to tell her to engage.
What's the action button?
There isn't an action button. I'm not doing anything. I can do a power blast
To do that?
or a grenade.
I think there's another. Hit the buttons. I swear there's. What were you just doing there to shoot?
Nothing.
Rob made it! welcome.
It's a Dark Jedi. This fight is too much for us.
You didn't know.
Stay back. All we do
Playing
is
Knights of the
get in
Old
way.
Republic tonight. I didn't kick like that. Just don't want.
That was one
Really,
of the
all
Jedi
that?
accompanying Bastila. Damn, we could have used her help.
Damn. So Rob, have you played this game, or Sarah, have you played this game before? Especially, I'd be surprised if you say no, being fans of Mass Effect and possibly Dragon Age. Did I just say Dark Jedi instead of Sith? Sith is definitely the Bluetooth headset definitely mentioned in this as well, but there are also Dark Jedi. And
Just beyond that door. Better
you
avoid
never got
the
around to
door.
this one, and you
There isn't
wait.
much room on the bridge.
You had to be
Suicide
sold on
is
Mass
a
Effect.
blaster in close quarters. I should equip a melee weapon too.
I feel like
Either that or
you're
I'll
a
have to stay
big
back and use
fan
my
of
blaster.
Mass Effect, though. When did you first play Mass Effect, then? Because as you know, this is a BioWare game.
Two swords, MFR.
That's pretty sweet. You're like Deadpool.
I'm here.
Oh, I probably should have healed him. He's gonna die.
You're gonna die.
See? I'm not pushing my buttons.
Bastila's not here on the bridge.
So I was never really interested. Had a coworker that wouldn't stop talking about this, though. Most people that enjoyed this game were obsessed with this game. Desi's one that has a copy of this that recommended this one highly for us to play. So I'll have to share this on his wall when he, so that way when he gets around to it, he can watch it. So shout out to you, man. We're playing the game. So thanks for your recommendation. We're playing this. This is an original Xbox game. It's backwards compatible on the Xbox One, so we're playing it that way. So if you have an Xbox One, you can get it for $9, which is not bad at all. Definitely worth the price tag. Because a physical copy of this game is new, over $100. Pre-owned, if you can find it in good condition. Higher than a normal new game. When Mass Effect first came out, I just wasn't really interested. You managed to scoop a used collector's edition with everything still in it. That's shocking. Which system though? Well, no, it wouldn't have been PS3. It would have been 360 because the Mass Effect 1 didn't come out on the PS3 until the bundle. So I'm assuming 360. That game was just... It's good, but it's clunky. It's hard to go back to after the many improvements they made in 2 and 3. Especially after playing 3. The combat mechanics were nearly flawless.
Another Dark Jedi. I'll try to hold him off. You get to the escape pods. Go.
Really? You're gonna try to hold him off?
He's
You're
gonna.
gonna die, bro.
Mint condition. ME1 was a 360 exclusive at the time. It was also PC. First game is a rough ride, especially compared to the new ones. Yeah, it's the driving mechanics, the combat mechanics. Everything in that regard is rough, but the story was solid. And ultimately, that's what kept me trudging through it.
This is Carthel Nassi on your personal communicator. I'm tracking your position through the Endar Spire's life support systems. Bastila's escape pod is away. You're the last surviving crew member on the Endar Spire. Now, I can't wait for you much longer. You have to get to the escape pods.
It's just the The combat's so funny to me. I've owned the Mass Effect trilogy 3 different times. We had them individually on the 360 as they came out. Sold them when we beat them all because we wanted other games and they were worth some money. We bought the trilogy on the PS3 because the engine was better on that, because it was, especially for the first one, as it was released on the PS3 with the Mass Effect 2 engine as part of that trilogy. Sold that for probably the same reason, I can't recall. Oh no, we got rid of it because there was rumor that they were doing a remastered trilogy. That never happened, so we sold our PS3 copy thinking that we were going to get it remastered. Never came to fruition, so we rebought the trilogy as a set on the 360 because it's backwards compatible on the one right now. So 360 exclusive, 2007, or PC release in May of 2008. Yeah, for not very long, but it was 360, then PC, and then PS3. Many, many years later. There's a lot of guys in there. What do you think BioWare's working on now? They probably are working on something publicly that they've mentioned. I can't recall though. If you know, obviously chat that in. But if you don't know, what do you think they're working on? My assumption is another Dragon Age. What about you, Andrea? What do you think?
I hope it's something like that.
What would you want to see? Another Mass Effect game or another Dragon Age game?
I know that the last Mass Effect game was not well received, but I haven't played it. So I'd honestly be happy with either one. I still have to play that. Andromeda.
Yeah.
We can hide out on the planet below.
What'd you think of Inquisition for Dragon Age? Oh, that's right. Anthem. I forgot they were working on Anthem.
We're the last 2 crew members left in the Endar Spire. Basila's escape pod's already gone, so there's no
Which that'll probably be decent. It looks pretty good from everything I've seen.
I wonder if I get to do one. Usually in these games you get to do somebody.
Was it Star Wars?
Basila's escape pod's already gone, so there's no reason for us to stick around here. Basila's escape pod's already gone, so there's no reason for us to stick around here and get shot by the Sith. Come on, there'll be time for questions later.
Don't tell me what to do, bro.
The double sword thing is sweet. Swing back to the original reason I got on ME1. I didn't like it at first because I didn't fully understand what was going on. But I think that was the idea of it, right? At least with the first Mass Effect, you were kind of discovering the world.
I think my favorite character was Joker.
Oh, the pilot?
The fact that he was voiced by Seth Green.
Seth Green.
Yeah.
After I gave a second chance and actually got somewhere, I fell in love. By then, I was so far removed from KOTOR, I just never went back for it. Do yourself a favor, Rom. Spend $10, get a digital copy of this for your Xbox One. It's worth it. Don't go and try to find a physical copy because you're going to spend upwards of $100+.
Good to see you.
At least a good condition one.
Crashing about in your sleep. You must have been having one hell of a nightmare. I was wondering if you were ever going to wake up. I'm Karth, one of the Republic soldiers from the Endar Spire. I was with you in the escape pod.
I thought her eyebrow was going to keep going up her face.
Surprise. Probably have all kinds of strange dreams. I wouldn't worry too much about it. I've been slipping in and out of consciousness for a couple of days now, so I imagine you're pretty confused about things. Try not to worry. We're safe. At least for the moment. We're in an abandoned apartment on the planet of Terrace. We banged up pretty bad when our escape pod crashed, but luckily I wasn't seriously hurt. I was able to drag you away from our crash site in all the confusion, and I stumbled into this abandoned apartment. By the time the Sith arrived on the scene, we were long gone.
What is with her
You don't
face?
have to
I don't
tell
know.
me. I've never abandoned anyone on a mission, and I'm not about to start now. Besides, I'm gonna need your help.
Terrace is under Sith control. Their fleet is orbiting the planet. They've declared martial law.
So are you pleased to see gender options in this game? Were you pleased to see that? The character
I saw
creation?
in your service records that you understand a remarkable number of alien languages. That's pretty rare in a raw crew. But it should come in handy while we're stranded.
It's a common frustration for you.
There is no way the Republic will be able to get anyone through the Sith blockade to help us. If we're gonna find Bastila and get off this planet, we can't rely on anybody but ourselves. That smack to your head did more damage than I thought. Bastila's a Jedi. She was with the strike team that killed Darth Revan, Malak's Sith master. Bastila's the key to the whole Republic war effort. The Sith must have found out that she was on the Endar Spire and set an ambush for us in this system. I believe Bastila was on one of the escape pods that crashed down here on Terrace. For the sake of the Republic war effort, we have to try and find her.
Her face and animations are weirding me out.
Bastila's young, and she has a powerful command of the Force. We survived the crash landing, so I'm willing to bet that she may have too. Besides, what's the alternative? I mean, if she's dead, then no one can stop Malak and his Sith from wiping out the Republic, and I'd rather operate on the assumption that she survived. Bastila's gonna need our help. Many of Darth Malak's followers can use the dark side of the Force, and the Sith have already killed more than their share of Jedi in this war. Nobody will be looking for a couple of common soldiers like us. If we're careful, we can move about the planet without attracting notice. A luxury Bastila won't have. She's gonna have half the Sith fleet looking for her. They know how important she is to the war effort. The whole planet is under quarantine. No ships can land or take off. So, if Bastila's gonna escape Terrace, she's gonna need our help. And we'll probably need hers. While you were out, I did some scouting around. There are reports of a couple of escape pods crashing down into the Undercity. It's probably a good place to start. The Undercity's a dangerous place. We don't want to go there unprepared, and it won't do Bastila any good if we go and get ourselves killed. I'll tell you whatever I can, though I don't know how much help it'll be. Everything I know about Malak is pretty much common knowledge. He escaped the trap that killed Darth Revan, his Sith master. With Revan's death, Malak became the new Dark Lord. It's obvious that Malak's a ruthless tyrant who will crush anyone who stands in his way, just like Revan was. Experience has shown that the Sith won't stop until the Republic lies in ruins. Malak and his Sith don't respect anything except raw, brutal power. It's hard to imagine how someone who used to be a Jedi could become such a monster. Malak and Revan were once both part of the Jedi Order, but they
So as you can see,
and against the wishes of the Council, they
BioWare loves their dialogue in the games. They love writing a long story.
Or maybe there was something rotten inside them all along. I don't know. They formed an army of ex-Republic soldiers and Jedi who'd fallen to the dark side, with Revan at their head, until Revan was killed by Bastila's Jedi strike team. But even that didn't slow the Sith down. Malak just stepped in and assumed Revan's role. He took control of the Sith Armada and resumed the bloody conquest of the Outer Worlds. Well, I hope you're right, but the Republic hasn't been able to
Yeah,
stop
for
it
sure.
so far, even with the support of the Jedi Council. I think Bastila may be the galaxy's last hope. Taris was once a magnificent planet-wide metropolis of towering skyscrapers. That was a long time ago. The upper city where the rich citizens live is still pretty safe. If it wasn't for the Sith occupation and the planet-wide quarantine, it might not even be a bad place to live. But farther down, things have degenerated. The lower city is nothing but a slum overrun by swoop bike gangs, waging a never-ending war for control. And the undercity is, well, it's even worse. The lowest level of Terrace is a wasteland overrun by raccoons, mindless, diseased mutants that attack on sight. I've already entered
Just
all
me
this
mugging the
info in
camera.
my data package.
This is how I look. I have RBF.
I understand why you wanted more about me. I kind of get the feeling we'll be
I can't help the way I look.
But this
That's why
isn't
people
really
don't
the
like to
best
talk
time
to
for
me.
introductions. We should
I'm
stay
really a
focused
pleasant
on
guy
what
if you
we
get to
can.
know me.
There'll be a time for that later. Good idea.
Unless you're
We can
Andrea.
use this abandoned apartment as a base. We can probably get
She
some
doesn't think I'm
equipment and
pleasant.
supplies here in the upper city. Just remember to keep a low profile. I've heard some grim stories about the Dark Jedi interrogation techniques. They say the Force can
I was just mean mugging you, Rob, because I know you're
wipe
watching.
away your memories
So I'm just gonna
and
stare.
destroy your identity. But I figure if we don't do anything stupid, we should be okay. I mean, after all, the They're looking for Bastila, not a couple of grunts like us. All right, soldier, let's move out.
God damn, you're bossy, bro.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Let's see what's wrong with the little guy. What's wrong, dude? He's just restless. Just get lost in your eyes? That's interesting.
Cool.
Thanks.
You will have to take Karth. I guess. I have to.
Okay, you alien scum. Everybody get up against the wall. This is a raid. That's how we should deal with
Bro, you didn't set your blaster to stun.
Now the rest of you get up against the wall before I lose my temper again. Hey, what's this? Humans hiding out with aliens? They're Republic fugitives. Attack!
Alright, bro.
What's going on with Twitch, Rob? I read some stuff earlier. They're having issues today. Is it kicking you? I'm part of a few different like Twitch social groups on Facebook, and I always see people when they're reporting issues, and today was especially a day with people reporting issues. Kept trying to say dreamy, and it kept not letting me no matter what I did to preface it. So I didn't think it was a command. Dreamy. Again, as I just put you to sleep because I'm so boring. That's what Andrew would say.
What?
Just put you to sleep. It's that velvet monotone you've been speaking with. There's the other Rob. Rob Reynolds says I'm dreamy as well. That's why Rob's stuck by my side for what, 20 plus years now?
And I can tell you from experience that they aren't any good at all against a simple vibroblade. That's why the Republic has been training soldiers in...
Hi, other me. Rob, meet Rob. So Rob, other Rob, definitely encouraged playing this game for classics as well. It's got to be the beard. You know, the beard's getting long, and it's been really warm. I've been contemplating getting rid of it, but I can't. I feel the beard's becoming iconic now. Right, it's part of my look. Andrew's shaking her head. Could just be like the band Lit and just do the goatee really long and braid it down.
Oh, I have 44 credits.
Wow. And credit to you and your hard work.
Mm-hmm.
Haha.
Alright, bro, I can't buy a crap.
Babyface needs to make a comeback? I don't know about all that. I don't think it'd be babyface as much as it would be fat face.
Alright, guess we're going out.
We're going out now? About time.
If the Sith wanted to get on everyone's good side, they'd go clean up the swoop gangs in the lower city.
Alright, snob.
The visuals in this are a little rough. It's just
He
silly.
really didn't run us too far from there, did he?
No.
Protocol droid.
Good day. On behalf of the new Sith rulers, I am programmed to encourage you to enjoy your stay on Taris. I am
What other droid is a protocol droid?
information to everyone on Taris, citizens
Ah.
and visitors alike. Is there something
She
I can
learned
do, sir?
something.
The Sith are the new authority here on Taris. They seek to preserve the customs of our world. Also, I am told. More than this I cannot say. May I be of any further service to you? The Taris Tourism Board has issued a strong warning to all visitors to avoid the lower city. It is, may I be of any further? I am afraid that is impossible. Taris
Xbox
is
One
not
game,
of
how
any
much do you
further
expect?
service to you.
Yeah, not much. I mean, it's smooth graphics because it's kind of slightly up-resed because of the console, but it's still a little.
I have yet to see them arrest a
The
single
texturing is what's rough still. Babyface Travis could get confusing. Might think it's AJ in the stream.
Then if you would excuse me, I must continue my appointed rounds.
I mean, if you go back to our old episodes, like the first few weekly dosages,
Something seems to be bothering Garth.
Yes.
what's bothering me?
Taris?
We had short hair and a
One big city.
trim beard back then.
Years are long past. From what I hear, the wealth
Make it seem like it's so long ago. It was like 6 months.
And if you're poor, well, that's
It wasn't even that long that we've been doing this.
Me? Well, I've been a star pilot for the Republic for years. Seen more than my share of wars. I fought in the mountain, but with all that, I've never experienced anything like this.
Seems like a long time though. As much content that we put out there.
My home world was one of the first planets to fall to Malik's fleet. The Sith bombed it.
Over 100 subs on YouTube.
I'm just a soldier. I go with the fleet admiral stealth.
Over 5,000 views on our channel, which is impressive. So a true testament to all our hard work.
I know.
And we get that kind of return.
Must probably mean well with your questions. I'm just not accustomed to.
It's good that somebody's watching.
Keeping my mind focused on the business at hand. Yes, what's on your mind? Karis? From what I hear, that's all I can think of at any rate. You got it.
So we're halfway through this stream. What are your thoughts on the game so far?
I mean, it's fine. It's a little, like, clunky and old, obviously. It's not horrible.
Hello there. I haven't
Is this
seen
something
you
you
in my
could see
shop
yourself
before.
playing?
Allow me. You looking to buy some supplies?
Yeah.
My shop's the largest one in all of Bertara.
Mostly.
The Sith confiscated on my head.
Yeah, work at 5 is no bueno, man. Thanks for checking out the stream for a minute. You can always watch this anytime too. It'll be available on our YouTube right after the stream.
Down in the Undercity. I bet the crash site's have already been.
Get some sleep, man. 5 a.m. comes early.
Things weren't so bad when the hidden Vex were running the show. But
And good luck
ever
with your
since,
new
the Sith
store if you
people
got that
are
already or
trying
not.
to maintain order
I
down
can't
there.
recall when you said you were getting that.
That Davik's own people. Oh, Davik's a legitimate businessman, if you get my drift, smuggler. I have to pay him a protection fee every month, but it's reasonable. And I get most of my inventory through Davik. Davik hates the Sith as much as anybody. The quarantine has put a real... Davik stays out of the way, and the Sith don't bother him. It's not smart to say bad things. I can't say I like having him here in Upper City. Good day to you then. Remember to come back to my shop if you ever need any supplies.
Oh, it's still being built. Gotcha. So you have until end of summer. I think you said it was soon. I don't remember the timeline of events.
Don't bother me. I'm here on a...
Do you get a whole new staff, or do you get to bring people with you? The
Hello
duel
there,
ring.
youngster. You interested in buying the Pazak deck of an old man looking to get out of the gambling game? Just 50 credits and I'll sell you all my cards. My name's Garuk. I used to be a card shark. One of the best Pazak players in the... Don't get me wrong. The game's been good to me over the years. I've won countless fortunes. And that's why I'm looking to get out. Of course. My mind is... Don't know what I can tell you that would be of any use. The upper city, you don't know much about the lower city. I don't see much point in worrying about that kind of stuff now that I've given up the gambler's life. Of course.
Seeing how long this game is.
I spend my days here in the canteen. I don't see much point in worrying. Of course.
How long is this game if we're to complete it? So the main story to this game is about 29 hours.
I'm the unofficial.
So I'm assuming that's if you listen to all the dialogue too, because you can skip through it, but you didn't really get the story then. You're just gonna be clicking through things. Completionist is about 46 hours. So roughly 30 hours would probably take you to beat this, which is above average length of a game, I'd say. So it's pretty lengthy, especially for this time period, I want to say.
Sorry, but I'm not here looking for conversation. I just can't... I don't wear my uniform when I'm off duty. It's not allowed. The officers don't even like it when we show up.
I think similar can be said for the Mass Effect games. Those are roughly about that length each, I believe.
When I signed up, I was promised adventure and excitement in exotic locales.
Which, if you think about it, if you did an hour a day, it'd take you a month to beat it.
Senior officers don't really like it when we start answering questions. No offense, but I probably shouldn't be talking to you anymore.
What? Why are you speaking to me? Get away from me. I can't be seen talking with the common.
Wow, rude.
Nice outfit.
You're rude.
You aren't from Terrace, are you? Do yourself a favor and stay away from the tree snail. Packs more tick than a...
Have you gone into the music room in the back?
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, I'm too busy to talk. I've got to get the drink orders to the customers.
Are you our waiter? Gone is
I'm just like
Talk
running around.
to her to get my order.
You're running around with swords out. I think that's what cracks me up here.
Don't mind me, I'm no one important. Don't pay attention.
I can't believe we couldn't get arena tickets for this match. Now we'll have to watch the duel on the view screen.
Who cares? It's Duncan and Girlbot fighting. It's not like we're gonna miss anything good.
Shh, they're about to start, so quit complaining and just watch the view screen.
Ladies and gentlemen, I draw your attention to the dueling ring. Here, two combatants will battle for your viewing and gambling enjoyment. Now, I hope all your bets are down because we're ready to roll. In this corner, I give you Girl on Two Fingers. And over here, looking to climb the ranks yet again, is the ever-persistent Deadeye Duncan.
Two fingers. See your favorite. Oh, who shot first?
Great surprise, Deadeye is down again. Don't worry, folks. He's just unconscious. As usual, our medics will have him up and about in a bit. Well, that was quick, wasn't it? So I give you the winner. Girl on 2 fingers.
The winner. 2 fingers. The cat. Look at the cat.
Yes,
She's
what's
like,
in
what
your
the
mind?
hell? My cat's staring at me funny. Wow, 2 fingers.
I've seen you around here before. You looking to step into the
Why are you staring at me like that, cat?
Look who's in the background.
Look at the cat.
What?
She's
Why are
just
you here
staring
if
at
you
me.
don't even know what the dueling ring is?
Who's the?
I don't
Oh,
have time to answer
Jabba.
my questions. I need to stay
What do
focused
you
on the
see,
match.
kitty? He's really concerned.
What are you looking at? Fresh meat? You want a piece of me?
Cat stream.
I'm Deadeye Duncan, the number 5 ranked duelist in the... 5? But it's an elite group. Big talk. Go speak with the hut in the corner to back.
In the back.
He's the duel or...
I love watching Ice fight. She proves this isn't just
When I was talking like that, she just perked up and just had like these big eyes. Like I said something just incredibly strange. Come here. You want to be on camera? Oh, so that's not Java? He's another one of the huts? Okay, could you imagine being that alien? Like that alien species? Just like this worm creature. Blah.
This is for the best. We could use those credits from these duels, but using your real name is too risky. The Sith might have come.
Alright, let's do this.
Ladies and gentlemen, draw your eyes to the... You've seen him lose night after night after night, but this time he's after fresh meat. And in the other corner, a relative newcomer to the terrace dueling scene, emerging from the shadows with no history, no past, and no name.
Time to duel.
The mysterious stranger.
Let's see what you got. With the flippy shit. Y'all winner.
Mysterious stranger has won. But really, are any of us surprised? Deadeye losing.
I saw your match against Duncan. Not bad for a rookie. But Deadeye's a joke. Even after I lost the use of my fingers, I can still beat him. Go talk to Azure, the duel organizer, if you want to step...
Step up to the big leagues.
100 credits, I can buy that card deck now. Let's see. I got my
Ladies
blades.
and gentlemen, in this corner, one of the greats, a man so tough, even a disfiguring
Forgot how many
injury
duels
couldn't
there
end
are
his
that you can
career.
do.
You said it was 5 people.
Is that? It's not many, but.
And in the other corner.
Oh, he got blasted.
What card I missed? Oh, Rita.
He almost got fingered.
Mm-hmm.
2 fingers. That's what these names. I'm just saying.
You beat me fair and square, stranger. But if I still had the use of my fingers, you wouldn't have won. Back.
Whatever, bro.
Liar. Look at that, you got 200 now.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going, you're gonna make a bunch of monies.
Ladies and gentlemen, over in this corner, a woman with steel on her bones and ice water in her veins. She's cold and quick as death. And in the other corner, a rising star.
You should have made that.
He has the kitties. He has the kitties on the camera. Let's look at the cameras. No. Look at the cameras, kitties. Look at the kitties. Meow. She does not want to be on camera. Do you want to be on camera, kitties? Hi, Simbas.
I mean, really, if this what my gameplay's up for?
You're dueling. And everyone came here for the cat. Because the cat's the only cat who knows where it's at.
I've never been one.
She loves the scratches.
Cold, hard truth. So I'll just warn you. Very good. But you're wrong if you think.
Pretty impressive, stranger. Ice is no pushover. People, if you're going to keep climbing the ranks, and I guess I'm next on. My area of expertise is pretty much limited. You've come to the right man. I've been dueling here. Of course, there are only 5 of us left now. Duncan,
This one happy cat right now. Off the cat. She keeps.
Completely crazy. Me? I've seen my share of battles. What can I say? Bendak was a legend. Never lost a match, got so he wouldn't battle anyone unless it was a death match. Bendak's the best there ever was, plain and simple. Even now, I bet that.
What do you think, Simba?
My area, only what I heard from the news reports, which are all censored by the Sith. Some pods crashed into them. Really, I don't think it's any of my business. The Sith want to call themselves root. I can only tell you what is if you're looking for excitement. Goodbye, stranger.
I've said such cat. Mini purr.
Mini purr. Alright, I'm done dueling for now. I'm gonna go out and buy that guy's cards.
Did you complete all the duels?
No.
Yeah.
Should I?
Hello there, youngster.
I mean, you're running through them where they're easy.
I mean, I almost died on that one.
Glad to see you.
Glad
Good
that-
luck.
Look at the kind of like your stream, but yours was just a static image. Alright, back to this guy. Sorry to disappoint. Oh, you're biting me now? Don't bite me. What's wrong with you? I think that's what we should do, Rob. Just have our cameras follow our pets around during the stream instead of us. Maybe we get more views that way. But still play the game, of course, but have the camera, you know, follow our pets. I could be onto something here. Alright. I mean, I do have a GoPro we could use, so essentially, and I do have a harness kit, so I could mount a GoPro on the cat. Although I feel we get a lot of like them using the litter box and then licking their butt, because that's what cats do, and that's not good for anything really, because nobody wants to see that. And why do RPGs always have to have card type games in them? Why is that a thing? And no, it might not be the audience we want to attract. That is correct. But I suppose at this point an audience is an audience? Maybe? Final Fantasy had it. The Witcher franchise, Fable had it. I mean Red Dead, but that was just kind of like card games in the bar. It's just so many. You know, I feel like so many of these type of games had mini games like this in it. Hell, even BioShock had that pipe game that you had to do to unlock the machines to take it or hack them. Dead Space, I think, had a mini game. I don't know, it's just kind of a thing, I guess. Now, you generally don't like the mini games, correct, Andrew?
You're correct.
That is correct.
Dang. Yeah.
You have been defeated. Didn't you bet on that?
No, I bought the card deck for $50.
Oh.
I saw you.
Why are you playing this one? It's part of the story.
Learning the rules of Pazak is easy, but actually
They force you into playing those type of games for the first time usually. And most of these things, you have to try them out. You give a tutorial, and then you can choose to whenever.
40 credits.
Blech. Final Fantasy VIII had the best one in my opinion. Yeah, I mean probably out of that series or franchise. I do need to return and play 9 on a future episode at some point. Fable Hub games being fun.
Shoot.
Regular card games. What?
I screwed up. I hit the wrong button.
What'd you do?
I hit the wrong button. So.
Oh. Well, don't do that. Fable was a great series. I do want to play the original Fable on the Classics episode. Chicken Chaser. I enjoyed the Fable series. I introduced Andrew to that on launch day of Fable 2. I knew it was coming out. I didn't pre-order it. Luckily, I went down to the local game store and was able to pick up a copy. So I got like launch day items or whatever that came with it, and brought it home and showed Andrew the game, and you pretty much quickly fell in love with that game. Like, it didn't take long or much convincing.
Well, I had more time to play games back then, so I enjoyed it.
That's true. The whole series was one giant cock tease. Like Fable? What do you mean by that? Each of them I enjoyed for unique reasons, but there were also issues I had with each one. The third one specifically because of the story wasn't great. The second one's probably my favorite.
I have to beat this guy to get the information I want from him, I think.
Now, Rob, have you played all of those? Have you played all the Fables? Peter Mullen, you promised all these epic set pieces, including a dragon fight in the first one that never got delivered. Yeah, I mean, the guy knew how to hype his stuff up and get you interested. And don't get me wrong, while sure he didn't deliver on all the promises, they were still great games. And I get what you're saying. Sure, he can be blamed for, you know, not delivering on the promise of it. And a lot of games have done that, most notably in recent history, which is another one that I do want to play on stream, which is much improved now, No Man's Sky. That is a completely different game than when it came out. It's so much better now. So that's another one I want to kind of show off. And it's coming to the Xbox One this summer, so it was originally exclusive on PS4. And they're still adding content to it. But there was a lot of backlash when that one launched. You promised something that I wouldn't show up at all. I would show up a game late. Just explaining. Gotcha. No, I get it. I'm not disagreeing with that. And yeah, a lot of the features, and that's kind of why I like 2, because a lot of the stuff that I thought would be in 1, from what I understood what the game was meant to be, didn't come until 2. And then even with some of the ideas, like you had said with 2, we didn't see until 3, and it still needed a lot of improvement. Like the ability to purchase properties, and that mechanic was interesting. Oh man, you bought the collector's edition of No Man's Sky at launch? Yeah, you were definitely disappointed then. Do you still have your copy of that? Because I highly encourage you to update it and fire it up. Or fire it up and update it, whichever order. It's a very different game. And from my understanding, multiplayer is much improved as far as the ability of seeing other people with you. Who am I asking? Of course, I have it. Well, you know, I don't know if you got rid of it. A lot of people got rid of that one real quick. I still have my copy. I won't get rid of it. But yeah, that might even be an interesting game to show on a dosage. Just because the conversation that could be said about the history of that one. I feel like there's a lot of dialogue there.
I just
if I
beat
say
him.
about it, I have it. You beat him and you didn't get it?
Yeah, I said it was beginner's luck.
Do you have to beat him with 40 wage?
I hope not. That's a lot of money.
You have over 5.
If I beat him this time and I don't get it, I'm done.
Okay.
Oh, I should have used my card. Oh, that was a dumb move. Crap. Yeah. Shit.
It all comes down to this hand. One hand to rule them all. Can she do it? The pressure is on. Tie. It all now comes down to this hand. Can she do it? It is not looking in her favor. Or is it? Bust.
Pazak is not for everyone. Questions?
Oops.
If you ever wish to test yourself.
Fine. I don't know what to do now. Should I go back and fight some more? Should I'm actually getting very tired.
Do a duel and then call it.
Alright.
End on some action.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's a legend in the sport, a 20-year veteran who still knows how to show the young kids that, but there's always some.
All right, Marl, you're going down.
Ooh.
Yikes. Yikes. Marl's gonna kill you. Wow.
Marl kicked my butt.
Wow. Owned.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm fairly confident you're not gonna win in a battle against that one. Don't know why it sounded like that.
I'm not sure either.
But you're gonna give it another go, or what do you
No,
know?
I'm just getting more credits if I won.
Oh, okay.
Oh. He doesn't pay me for losing. Alright.
Nope. So, final thoughts on this game. What do you think?
I mean, it's fun, but it's a little slow. Which I think the beginning of all these games are a little slow because you're figuring everything out. There's a lot of tutorials, but I can see how it'd be super fun.
Yeah. Did you save?
No. That would have been funny.
Saving. So, this has been another episode of DNA's Classics Lounge. We went back 15 years for this one to 2003 to play Knights of the Old Republic. Again, this was released on the Xbox, the OG Xbox, that big old giant VCR thing, and the PlayStation 2. You can get it right now, which we're playing it on the Xbox One digitally for $10. If this episode, not so much our chatter, but more so the gameplay interests you, spend $10. If not, I don't care. I'm not here to sell you the game. I'm just here to show you a classic that I think is worthy of being showcased. And also taking your suggestions into consideration and making sure your game that you vote for gets some airtime. So, thank you all, though, for stopping by the Classics Lounge for another week. Be sure to check us out tomorrow night at 8:30 for episode 35, 34? I can't remember now. Another episode of the Weekly Dosage, as we're going to play an interactive FMV game on the Xbox One that I also believe is on the PS4. I could be wrong. It's called Late Shift. So tune in for that. It's a really interesting game / movie interactive thing that I think you'll all enjoy. At least I did. So until next time, thanks for watching and keep playing those games.